Are you sometimes unsure whether you should use a singular verb or a plural verb with a certain subject? Whether you are writing or speaking, it is important to use the verb form that matches the subject of the sentence, and it is called subject-verb agreement. And the basic rule is a singular subject takes a singular verb, while a plural subject takes a plural verb. Come and join me in this lesson as we explore further this concept. And don't forget to subscribe. Keep in mind that every complete sentence has a subject and a verb. Now, what is a subject? A subject is a person or thing doing an action, or it's actually the focus of the sentence, and it could either be a noun or a pronoun. On the other hand, a verb is an action word. It describes what the subject is doing. Here is an example. Anna writes every day. Who are we talking about in the sentence? Anna. So Anna is our subject. And what is she doing? Writes. That is our verb, writes. Another example is they ride the school bus. Who are we talking about here? The pronoun they. And what are they doing? Ride. So our action word is ride, so therefore it is our verb. Being able to find the right subject and verb will help you correct errors of subject-verb agreement. Now, what do you mean by subject-verb agreement? It basically means our subjects and verbs must agree in number. What do you mean by number in grammar? It could either be singular or plural. Singular means one, and plural means more than one. The basic rule in grammar is a singular subject, that means one, needs a singular verb. We simply add s to our verb. Example, we have Lisa attends the party. So Lisa is our subject, and what is she doing? Attends. That's the action word. Notice that our subject Lisa is singular. That's why we added an s to our verb attend. The same is true with our second example. She eats breakfast. Where is our subject? She. And where is our verb? What is she doing? Eat. So that is our verb. We have a singular subject. That is why we added an s to our verb eat. On the contrary, if we have a plural subject, that means that we are talking about more than one. It should have a plural verb. We use the base form of the verb. What do you mean by base form? That simply means that we don't add anything to our verb. We don't need to add s, d, or ed, or any. Take this example. Lisa and Teddy attend the party. Where are our subjects? Lisa, one. Teddy is another one. So we have two subjects already connected by the word and. So therefore, this is a plural subject. Where is our verb? Attend. Another example is they eat breakfast. So they is a plural pronoun, which is our subject, and eat is our verb. Here are other examples. We have he takes a photo. He is our subject, and what is the number? It's singular. And takes is our verb, and of course we have added an s because our subject is singular. They take a photo. They is our subject. What is the number? It's plural. And take is our verb. So again, notice there is no s after take because our subject is plural. Another example is Jack likes walking. Jack is our subject, and likes verb Again, there is an S because Jack is singular. Jack and Jill like walking. Our subject is Jack and Jill. So you have two. It's a compound subject. Like is our verb. So again, no S. The monkey likes bananas. So monkey subject, singular. Likes is the verb with an S. The monkeys like bananas. Monkeys is our subject, which is plural, and our verb is like without an S. My sister opens her gift. So my sister is our subject, and opens is our verb with an S. My sisters open their gift. So sisters is plural. That's why our verb has no S. Terry borrows a book from the library. So Terry is our subject. Borrows is our verb. Take note, there is an S. They borrow a book from the library. So they is our subject now, which is a plural pronoun, and borrow is our verb without an S. Just remember this, if your subject is singular, then your verb must also be singular. Now, if your subject is plural, then your verb must also be plural. A singular verb should have an S, while a plural verb should not have an S. Okay? Let's talk about some rules of subject-verb agreement. Number 1. Subjects with and or nor. The rule is use plural verbs for compound subjects. Now, when a sentence has two or more subjects, then that is called compound subjects. So again, you have two or more subjects. So what do we need to do? We need to use plural verbs. Let's start with subjects with and. Example number 1. My mother and father come home from work. So we have mother as our subject and father as another subject joined by the word and our verb is come. So since we have two subjects, we did not add an S to our verb to make it plural. Another example is Mary and Tony are best friends. Alright, subject Mary. Another subject is Tony, connected by the word and our verb is are. Alright, so are is the plural of is. Number 3. Rachel and Steffi read the same book. Rachel and Steffi are our subjects connected by the word and. So that makes a plural subject and our verb is read without an S. Okay? Use a singular verb when and joins two nouns that make one object. For example, macaroni and cheese is my favorite food. Do not treat each word individually because macaroni and cheese is the name of the dish. That is why our verb should be singular because we are just referring to one dish and not two. Another example, bread and butter is available on request. So again, the bread and butter is the name of the food. So therefore, we just have to use a singular verb is. The creator and producer is arriving soon. Our subjects, creator is subject and producer is the subject connected by and. But we have to understand that the creator and the producer is just one person. You're just referring to one person. So that is why our verb is. Next, if two subjects are joined by or nor, match the verb to the last subject in the list. For example, my parents or my sister is in the kitchen. Now, where are our subjects? Parents. What is the number? It is plural because it has an S. What about sister? It's also our subject, but what is the number? It is singular. Now, again, the rule is match the verb to the last subject in the list. So, between parents and sister, which one is the last in the list? So it's the sister. Since sister is singular, we need to use an is. Even though we have two subjects, my sister or my parents are in the kitchen. So the first subject is sister, the second subject is parents. Sister is singular, while parents is plural, connected by the word or. Where is our verb? Are. Now, why do we use are instead of is? It's because between sister and parents, the subject parents is the last subject in the list. Since parents is plural, then we also need a plural verb. Another example, neither my parents nor my sister is in the kitchen. So neither my parents again is our subject, my sister again is another subject, joined by the word nor. Between parents and sister, sister is the last in the list, therefore our verb is because sister is singular. Number 2, collective nouns. People often get confused when deciding whether a singular or plural verb should agree with some collective nouns. Well, it all depends on whether we are thinking of the team as a single collective unit or as individuals. If it is the former, then the verb should be singular. However, if we are considering the team as comprising individual members who are not acting as a single unit, then we should use the plural verb. But what do we mean by collective nouns? Collective nouns name a group which is like a collection of people or things. For example, family, it's a group. Choir, team, pack, or class. So these are some of examples of collective nouns. But sometimes we are unsure whether the word is really an example of collective noun or not. So here's what you're going to do. Put the word in this test sentence to see if it works. Our test sentence is one blank is a group. For example, one family is a group. Is it true? Yes, it is true. One pack is a group. Of course, for example, pack of wolves. So it's a group of wolves. One choir is a group. Is it really a group? Of course it is, because a choir is composed of many singers. So this is a collective noun. What about one class is a group? Is a class a group? Yes, it comprises several students, so it's a collective noun. One team is a group. Is it really a group? Of course, for example, a basketball team. So it is composed of different players. It's a collective noun. What about one student is a group? Is it really a group? No, it's not. Now beware of plurals. Students can be a group, but that doesn't make the word collective. Students is a plural. Alright? So therefore, one student is not a group. The rule is when the group acts as a whole, use a singular verb. For example, my family is going to Germany for Christmas. So where is our subject? Family. Okay? And where is our verb? Is. We use is in the sentence because the whole family is acting as one group. They're all going to Germany together at the same time. Next is the committee meets here every Thursday. So again, committee is our subject and meets is our verb. So the committee here acts as a whole. So they're going to be here every Thursday. Another rule is when the members of the group act as individuals, use a plural verb. So take note, the members of the group act as individuals and not as a whole. So we need to use this time a plural verb. For example, my family usually buy their clothes at Cherry's Fine Fashions. Where is our subject? Family. And where is our verb? Buy. Family here is plural, that's why we use a plural verb. Now, the individual family members are acting separately. They all buy their own clothes at different times. The staff have gone through separate ways for the holidays. Where is our subject? Staff. And where is our verb? Is have. Has is used for singular subjects, while have is used for a plural subject. Now, because staff is considered a plural subject, that is why we use have in this sentence. The staff would usually go to different places. Therefore, they act as individuals and not as a whole. Some nouns end in s, they are considered singular. These include words such as mathematics, measles, news, physics, mumps, and billiards. And since they are considered singular subjects, they need singular verbs. For example, physics is my favorite class. Physics is our subject and is our verb, which is singular. Number 2, the mumps is a very painful illness. So mumps is our subject, which is singular, therefore it should take a singular verb, which is. Billiards is my favorite game. Billiards is our subject, which is singular, and verb is, which is also singular. Other nouns that end in s, such as scissors, acoustics, pants, shorts, spectacles, are plural and always take a plural verb. For example, my spectacles are missing. So spectacles is our subject and it is considered plural, that's why we use a plural verb. Another one, these scissors need sharpening. So scissors is our subject and our verb is need, which is plural. Josh pants are getting too short. So Josh pants is our subject, which is plural, that's why we use a plural verb. However, when regarded as a pair, a singular verb should be used. Number 1, for example, my pair of spectacles is missing. When it is regarded as a pair, again, it becomes singular. So this pair of spectacles becomes singular. That's why you use a singular verb. Another one is this pair of scissors needs sharpening. Pair of scissors now becomes singular and requires a singular verb. Number 4 is indefinite pronouns. Indefinite pronouns don't refer to a specific person or thing, so that means that you are not sure whom you're talking about. These are some examples of singular indefinite pronouns. Anybody, everyone, each, everybody, no one, much, anything, someone, either, nobody, nothing, neither, somebody, everything, and other. Those pronouns are singular, so that means it should take a singular verb. Example number 1. Everybody has certain rights. Everybody is our subject, which is singular, and verb has, which is also singular. Number 2. Everyone experiences challenges in life. Our indefinite pronoun everybody, singular. That's why we need a singular verb. So it has an S. Nobody is our indefinite pronoun singular subject. Goes, singular verb. Nothing has been determined as of yet. So we have nothing, singular subject, has as our singular verb. Plural indefinite pronouns always require a plural verb. Both have driver's license. So both is our subject, which is plural. That's why we use have as the verb. Few know what it really takes to get ahead. So few subject plural. That's why we need a plural verb without an S. 3. Several are already on location. So several is our subject. It's a plural indefinite pronoun. That is why we use are, a plural verb. Intervening words or phrases. And what are these? These are words that come between a subject and a verb. These do not affect our subject-verb agreement. Example words or phrases are including, along with, in addition to, accompanied by, like, plus, with, as well as together with, one of. For example, his father as well as his uncle is retiring at the end of this year. Where is our subject? Father. This is the intervening phrase. We still use the verb is because our true subject is father. Sometimes people get confused because they would usually add uncle as another subject, which is not correct. This is just an intervening phrase, so it does not affect. Your main subject here is father, and it is singular. That's why it requires a singular verb, which is. Another is the speaker, in addition to the guests, has arrived. Okay, so speaker is our subject and our verb is has again. It's a helping verb. Our intervening phrase is in addition to the guests. Her computer plus her handbag was stolen from her car. So computer is our main subject. Was is our verb. So do not include plus her handbag as another subject because it's not your subject. It's not an additional subject. Your main subject is computer. That's why you need a singular verb, was. All stars, just like our sun, have a system of planets. So stars is subject, which is plural, and our verb is have is another plural verb. The doctor, together with his nurses, is attending a conference. Our main subject is the doctor, and our verb is, which is singular because doctor is singular. Our intervening phrase is together with his nurses. Although there is this word nurses, but again, it's not part of your subject. Next up is about money, time, and measurements. Now, if the focus of your sentence is a total amount, use a singular verb. Sometimes it's difficult to tell whether to use a singular or plural verb, but there's an easy way to figure it out. You can ask questions like, how much, how big, how small, or how long. And these questions suggest a total amount, and that means you need a singular subject. For example, $15 is the cost of the cake. How much does the cake cost? $15 is alright. So that is our subject. So your focus is on the total dollar amount. Another one is millions of dollars is what it will cost to renovate the library. How much will it cost? Millions of dollars. Okay, it's the total amount. That's why you use the verb is instead of are. Here are other examples. Number 3, 3 months is too long a time to wait. So 3 months is our subject. How much time? It's 3 months. That's why the verb is. 5 years is the maximum sentence for that offense. 5 years is our subject and is our verb. So again, it's the total number of years and not the individual year. 500 square feet is a very small space to live in. So 500 square feet is our subject. You are actually talking about the whole area. 10 kilometers is too far to walk. So 10 kilometers is our subject, is our verb. Let's talk about the expressions the number and a number. The expression the number always takes a singular verb. For example, the number of people we need to hire is 13. So the number is our expression, and that is why our verb is singular. Here is the number of milkshakes you requested. So we have again the number, and you have a verb which is singular. The expression a number takes a plural verb. For example, a number of suggestions were made. So a number were made. It's plural. A number of the players are still injured from the last game. So again, a number is our expression and are is plural. Another expression is one of or one of the. Use singular verb. Okay? For example, one of the pens is missing in my desk. The expression is one of the. So you have is as our verb. Now, you might get confused because you have a plural noun. Yes, you have a lot of pens from your desk, but you just missed one pen. So in other words, you are just talking about one pen. So that makes it singular. Another is one of the reasons for his demotion is his carelessness. So again, one of the reasons, because you are just referring to one reason, you use a singular verb. Another one is one of my friends lives nearby. So one of my friends, so you have a lot of friends. And one of your friends lives nearby. So again, you're just talking about one friend here. That is why you need a singular verb with s. Alright, so we are done discussing the most common rules of subject-verb agreement. Now it's time to test your understanding about the topic. I have here an activity for you. All you need to do is choose the correct form of the verb that agrees with the subject, and the choices are inside the parentheses. And I'll give you time to answer this, and we will check your answers later. Okay? Let's do it. Your timer starts now. let's check your answer. Number 1. Each of the students is or responsible for doing his or her work. What is your answer? The correct answer is each of the students is responsible for doing his or her work. Now, why is? Because you're referring to each of the students, the individual students. Therefore, it is singular. Number 2. Either my father or my brothers are going to sell the car. So what is your answer? The correct answer is are. And why are? Let's go back to our rule. When you have two subjects joined by the word or, you need to match the verb with the last subject in the list. So the first subject is father, the second subject is brothers. Father is singular while brothers is plural, and brothers is the last in the list, so you need to take are as your verb. Number 3. Mary and John usually play together. Now what is your answer? And the correct answer is play. Now you have a compound subject, meaning you have two subjects, Mary, another subject, John. So subject 1 and subject 2 combined by a coordinating conjunction and. So you have two subjects, therefore it is plural, and you need to use a plural verb. Number 4, neither the dogs nor the cat are very hungry. What's the answer? The answer is. And why? Again, although the sentence has two subjects, dogs and cat, but it is connected by the word nor, and cat is the last subject in the list, and it is singular, that's why you need to use a singular verb. Number 5, the student as well as his teacher were going on the field trip. What is the answer? It is was. Where is our subject? The student. Is teacher also another subject? No, it's not. It's part of our intervening phrase. Our main subject here is just the student, which is singular. That's why you need a singular verb. Number 6, both of my roommates have decided to live in the dorms. So what is the answer? Of course, it should be have. And why have? Because your subject is roommates. So therefore it is plural. So both of my roommates, that means to say you are talking about two people. And that is plural. Therefore you need to use a plural helping verb, have. 7, one of my sisters are going on a trip to France. What is your answer? And the correct answer is. And why is? Because although you have many sisters, but you are only talking about one sister who is going on a trip to France, and not all of your sisters. The committee debates these questions carefully. What is the answer? It's debates. Committee here as a subject is singular. They actually have a common goal, that is to debate about the questions. So that's why it is singular and therefore requires a singular verb, debates, with an S. Number 9, $8 are the price of a movie these days. $8 is our subject, and then what is the answer? It is. $8 is the total amount of the price of a movie. It's singular. That's why you use a singular verb. Alright, so we are done answering this activity. And please share your results at the comment section down below. I'd love to see them. And that's it for today, and I do hope that you were able to understand our lesson. And again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe so you won't miss any videos that I will upload in the future. See you guys in my next video. Have a great day. Goodbye.